all done. We got to drive over curbs to get stuff. Fill up again, dude. I feel for you, man. It sounds like you. It sounds like you're having one heck of a time. So we do lose brakes up here a lot. Not our company, but a lot of semis do. Where I live here in the Pacific Northwest, Cascade Mountain Range. It's real hilly. We live on a hill. It's hilly here. Uh,
Yeah.
you hit a tree. I'm sorry. I hope everything's all right, man. Your pre-trip's a big thing. And what I'll do is I'll actually upload pre-trip forms to
Ah,
TTO USA, Sdmo North America, and maybe our next broadcast we do next Wednesday. I can do a pre-trip inspection, as we go around the truck for other operators who don't
that'd be
know what we're
great.
doing. Um, because I tell you what, your pre-trip's what saves your butt. When DOT says, "Where's that piece of paper at?" and you're like, what paper? That pre-trip paper that any commercial driver, any truck with a DOT number, anything that hauls anything, it's a commercial driver has to do. Yeah,
Not only
and
that,
I've
hold
been.
on. Even if you don't have a DOT number on your truck, even here in the state of Texas and other states, even if you don't have a DOT can still stop you and do a check of your truck. You still obey
Oh
by the
yeah.
laws.
So up here in Washington, anything over 10,000 GPW, gross vehicle weight of 10,000. So basically, anything bigger than F-350 has to go through the scale house, has to go through the weigh stations here, and they'll pull you in. If you're hauling something without DOT numbers here, you're getting a ticket. If you don't have that pre-trip, you're getting a ticket. Like, they're real strict up here in our area because of the amount of accidents we do have.
Well,
The stuff we
y'all
do.
got a different terrain there, Jake. Y'all
Oh
got
yeah,
boy like
I
here
don't
we
know.
don't have that.
Hey, let's hear where everybody's from on here. I'd
And where
like to
is
hear
everybody from?
where everybody's from. Philip, Christopher, Brian, Sutter, everybody. Where are you guys all from? Because up here in our area, it's real bad sometimes.
And also,
Uh,
I'm gonna let y'all ask a question if you don't mind, real quick. Jake, if kind of mark down, scroll through them real quick while I'll let everybody know about what we've been working on together. Just kind of
yeah,
check on the comments and
I
and we're gonna go over a
bro,
few of them. But
I got you.
awesome, man. So over here, I just wanted to show everybody. Me and Jake, we got a podcast that we're working on. We're going to be having Under the Hook on here. I just wanted to celebrate and say that we are officially on your iTunes store. So for those of you that has Apple iPhones, all that, we got our podcast here. You can more than welcome to check it out, download, listen to some of the episodes, criticize if you like, add to it, check out our podcast. So you can just go on your iPhone, your iPod, anything iTunes. You can check right there. Just check out Tow Truck Operators USA and Under the Hook podcast, and everything's being added to it. We just finally got approved through Apple. We're working on Android as we speak. It's being a little bit of a pain in my what, but we're trying to make it happen. We're also going to be on Spotify. We're also going to be on Amazon, and we're also going to be on iHeartRadio. Everything is in its motion right now, but I just want to give you a little bit of a spoiler alert out there to check out our podcasts, and we appreciate the support. But as we were talking about, Jake, um, some of the comments that we're seeing in here, help me out. What did you see in
Yeah.
here?
So Philip from Springfield, Missouri. Chris from South Lyons, Michigan. So I mean, they get the weather like well, not quite what we get. They get a lot of different weather.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Safety chains is another big thing on flatbeds too. Also, I want to bring up. Christopher brought that
Nice.
up. When you're double hooking on a flatbed, and I don't know if you all familiar with double hooking. Some of you do it, some of you don't. I'm sure. Safety chains are a must. I mean, on anything. I don't care if you're going a block. Well, okay. If you're going down the main roads I mean, if you're just going from a driveway to road to the driveway or something, yeah, that's a little different. Use your judgment. I mean, if you're going over 20 miles an hour, but here you have to use them no matter what. If you're going down the road, use them because you never know what's going to happen. You're towing cars that have been wrecked, they're broke down. You don't know why always. They don't know why. Oh, it just quit running. Well, next thing you know, that rear wheel bearing locks up and it pulls the car out of the wheel lift. Um, and another thing is here, like safety, if you use chains on the back instead of wheel straps. I don't know how familiar everybody is. Everybody says it's a 6-point tie down. Okay, I think it's a 4-point. It hits 4 points of the vehicle. But anyway, here, if you use chains instead of straps, you have to have a chain binder to tighten it down. You cannot use the winch as a tightening mechanism. This will not count as a tie down. Just letting y'all know that up here in the Northwest. And they're starting to really, really be sticklers. Um, you know, we can talk and talk and talk about safety. You know what's right and wrong. The operator knows what's right and wrong when they go out there. So, just use your heads. If it's not safe, don't do it. If you're using a piece of equipment that you know is not safe, you put your life in jeopardy plus everybody else's. And that's not something that we're about. We're about helping people getting home to their families so we can go home to ours. I talked with a trooper here yesterday, or today actually it was, who was involved in a really, really major accident a few years ago. Um, I haven't seen him. He just transferred back here. It's pretty amazing that he's back in a patrol car. Next week we'll have pictures of this, and actually I hope to have Trooper Gates with the Washington State Patrol on with us next week. He's one of my biggest advocates for slow down, move over up here at the Trooper. Um, he's a work zone. He hates work zone violators and his biggest thing today. He talked to me about this, and I want to bring this up to everybody. So he right now on our reader boards, besides the mask up crap, it says slow down or move over. And he come up to me knowing what I do, knowing that we're such advocates. He's like, I know you got a lot of people online. We need letters written to Washington State Department of Transportation, to the traffic division and stuff, road departments. But it says slow down or move over. Okay? That needs to go. Or it cannot be there. Okay? Slow down and move over, I'm down with. Slow down, move over is great. But when they say slow down or move over and there's no one in the adjacent lane and they just slow down, they can't. It's hard for them to do any ticket writing with that because of the way it's labeled. The law says slow down, move over. Slow down and move over. But slow down or move over, it gives you an option to either or. And that's not what we want. That's not what any of us operators want. It's slow down and move over. If you can move over, get over. So I do need all these people that we have on here. I think there's 14 of them right now. I would love to see some emails written to the Washington State Department of Transportation. I know you're not from here, but voices are heard here. Just whatever you do not direct them towards Governor Jay Inslee because that will get us nowhere. They'll go in the trash. So if you could do that, and Chris says again, we have to use straps on the front. Right. So there's a couple different straps that you guys use. Sorry, I'm going to go back to the safety part of stuff. So we use straps on the front too. We either use the wheel straps that go up and over the tires, or we use the cluster strap and either go to. There's several places to go to. But one thing I did notice, and I don't know if you've all noticed this, Lynn, maybe you've noticed this.
What's that?
When someone comes to pick up a car, or you're watching someone hook up a car at a yard, a car hauling for Copart or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so they put their hooks in, right? And they pull it up, and they put their hook right in the same spot they put their other hook. They put it in the eye of the hook.
Uh huh.
Okay. Um, what if that fails? Don't you want a secondary? I mean,
You supposed to.
I don't think I don't think hooking a J hook or a small J hook or a T hook into an opening on a J hook or whatever into the bridle is going to be your best bet. Because
Uh,
if it
flatbeds, you
breaks
don't
loose,
supposed to do that at all.
well, hold on. So if it breaks loose, say your cable breaks for some reason, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it's pulling at a V. It's right. It's pulling at a V. So if it breaks loose, you got your strap over here, like your strap like this, coming off the corner of your deck. It's going to give it that much play before that strap grabs. I just see major problems. So don't hook to your bridles. Use your bridles on your control arms, your slots where they need to be held, and then find another spot to put your safety straps because it can be a nightmare for you. And
On the
make sure it's
flatbeds, I had a long chain that threw back there, as you were saying, right? So I had a long chain with your mini J's, and you had like a mini J, or you had another chain that had like the bridle has on it, right? So
right.
whatever safe hook point you have, so say for instance you're in a sedan. Let's say we ain't talking about luxury ones, man. They're a pain. We try to make that happen, but on your average day vehicle that you haul, you got multiple points on each side of the vehicle that you can anchor to. So after you've already had pulled up with your bridle and you're already strapped down a little bit, so go ahead and add a little bit of resistance after you go ahead and throw another chain to the side. And then throw it in your, like a lot of the beds right here, you have like two extra little holes on this side right here, and now same thing on the other side. Add two extra safety chains to to that, and add tension to it on your vehicle. So as you add an extra tension to it, and you put the chains in there, let it loosen up the tension just a little bit where it locks those chains tight, and then you got yourself an extra 2 points of safety. I mean, it takes you probably about an extra 3 minutes to do if you keep everything on your bed organized.
Well, here's the thing: it's not even really about that. Like, I mean, with sedans and stuff, so much you throw your wheel straps, you go. You throw your front straps, you go. But if you get something heavy on there, okay, tow trucks nowadays, like you got your freight liners and Peterbilt, you're never gonna outrun the truck off your deck. You can never take off fast enough to leave that truck off your deck. So you don't really need the front chain pulling frontward. But when you hammer that brake, you definitely want that truck to stay where it's at so it don't come through the cab. So
I
use
I
a.
contest.
What do you mean?
Back when I used to be a rookie, I contest.
Well, here's the thing.
I literally had to dive. And this is why I tell people when you're towing, leave the driver window down. Don't roll all the way up
Why?
if you can, just in case. I had a
Because what?
I had a car that literally the winch line snapped as I already pulled it up. I was getting ready to add a safety strap to the front of it before I start messing with it. All of a sudden, the vehicle just started roll. This winch line snapped. Vehicle started rolling. I dived in, hurry up, and I hit that damn e-brake. Oh, that shit! I mean, that stuff hurt my chest so bad. That hurt so
Okay, so
bad.
don't pull a win. Guys, do not pull
Do
a win.
not. But I'm
Okay?
telling you, for
Whatever
emergency
you do,
purposes, you
when
want to
you
leave that window
when
down.
when you I'm a big guy. I'll get stuck in the window myself. Okay.
Right, I'll shut
The
up.
problem I have with drivers driving cars up on the deck, driving them off of the deck, okay, and for instance, you losing a cable, you couldn't have stopped nothing about that cable, dude, except for when you got it up there, you didn't have time to even put it in park or set the brake. Okay, that happens. I get it. Okay, you should have checked your winch line up a little bit more thoroughly before you got it up there. You were a rookie, you admit it. Okay, but if a car takes off, don't stop it. I mean, don't put yourself in danger. You're going to get ran over by the dang thing. I've seen it all too often. where I ran myself over, my leg over, my feet over because the car's in park. Okay, it's on your neck. You drove it up on there, right? You jump out.
Correct.
Oh crap! The car's deciding to roll on its own backwards. Okay, because park don't work, or the e-brake's not going to hold, or you drive a stick shift up there, you put it in reverse first gear, set the brake, and it goes beep 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 back down. I see drivers like with, especially, I don't want to put co-parts and stuff under uh, but we do co-parts, and IAA comes a lot to our yard to pick up all our accidents. Okay, so we see a lot of stuff that needs to be changed. I can't say stupid stuff because everybody does stuff different. But okay, yes, some stupid stuff. I'm gonna say it. Uh, they'll drive a car up on the deck, right? They'll leave the door open a little bit. They'll have their foot at 1 foot outside the car, 1 foot inside the car on the brake and gas. What happens when you hook that chain or that cable as you're driving up? What happens when you're coming off and your foot gets caught on something that drags you out of the car and runs you over? Just stuff like that can stop so much problems. Uh, Phil holds a lot of IAA. So Phil, if you see what I'm talking about with how some of their drivers react, and how they just, it's all about speed with IA. It's numbers. Parts the same way, it's numbers. Here's 15 you need picked up today. Go get them. As fast as you can get them, you get them, you get them, you get them.
Yeah, I tell you, just get them knocked out, get them safely. Don't rush too fast. Try
And
it. Just get them knocked out and just stay on a consistent routine when you load. Stay in that routine when you already got it loaded up. Just get it knocked out, get it done. Don't sit there and rush too fast where you're going to miss something either.
and that's a thing where people also, and I've done it myself, jumping trucks. You've done it, I'm sure. All these guys that we're talking
I've been
to,
there a couple of times, and that's what I learned the hard way.
and the problem is that I have in jumping from a big truck to a little truck to a land all back to a small truck to a big truck.
Yep.
Every truck I have a routine. If I'm in a flatbed, I know exact first thing I jump. I hit the PTO, set the brake, hit the PTO, jump out,
Yep.
grease through the winch, run back, pull it off the back, slide the deck out, hook the driver's side, hook the passenger side, start winching up, and then whatever side I'm on at that point, which is usually passenger side, I strap the front wheel, start bringing my deck up level, strap the back wheel, and go around. I don't get back on the deck for nothing. I don't put the vehicle in park or set the brake on it most of the time. That's what I have a chain for. Okay, if I choose to use the chain. Okay, then I'm back in the truck and gone. In a wheel lift, it's a little bit different. You grab
I
it, you
love
lift
wheel
it, you
lifts.
throw a chain, throw a strap, grab your
Mm-hmm.
lights, put the passenger side, chain, strap, then chain. So you're consistent in the way you go. You,
That's
but
especially
when
when you do three wheels. Just saying.
right, right. But when someone starts talking, yeah, you're in your routine. That's when stuff happens. When you're in a routine working on something, you know exactly what needs to be done.
Yep.
And Lynn goes, "Hey, Joe," and I'm in the middle of it. I'm like, I look at you, oh crap! Excuse me,
Bless you.
guys. COVID.
You went
I had to
online for
say it.
that Corona?
Yeah, hey, margarita.
Yummy.
Um, but guys, let's ask some questions in here. What y'all got? Let's,
Tell us about your. I like to hear from some of your viewers that's on here right now. I like to hear an illustration of a close encounter that has happened to you when you first started towing. Because we all, as we first started towing, had some encounters that scared the heck out of us. If you can share that with us, we'd love to hear about that. Um,
I'm gonna go back to Philip again. He says he does IAA is what he does, and I appreciate that, man. Someone's got to pick up all the stuff we pick up off the freeway. And like Christopher Chambers says, and we have the same thing um, on all our trucks, but one, all our remotes, even on our auto loaders, our recovery trucks, they're all remote winches. So we don't have to be with the truck when we're winching up. We can be down there steering it or inside it as we're pulling it up to make sure we go the right direction. You just got to be real careful with that because that cable jumps onto that truck or something happens. You don't see it wrapped up wrong or, you really got to pay attention. But they are a lot faster than having to be outside the vehicle, inside the vehicle. But then again, now you're in the car on the deck of your truck, and that's one place that you never want to be.
All right. Also, I just wanted to tell everybody know right now, we have had some falling, but we got some tow operators right now that have been injured and is going through a lot. And I just want to let y'all know, for those of you that follows our group and page, we're in need of a lot of prayers right now for our operators. Uh, we had some close encounters with a few of them, but they're still dealing with injuries. We have a few that's going through some health issues that they're praying to God that miracles happen, and we need that. Uh, it's we gotta stay strong as family, and that's why we do this. We're a family of tow operators. Who else has our six like our own? You know what I mean? And so we gotta have each other's six and support and love for one another. And these days and times, we need that more so than ever. We really do.
You know, I totally agree there, Lynn. We do need to pray for all these guys and gals and families going through a lot right now because where the world is right now and our country is right now, the only thing that can save us is prayers, guys. So we really need to take our loved ones, our family members that are ailing in the hospitals, family members of operators who have passed. We just need to take a moment of silence for them and say a little prayer if we would for about 10 seconds. And then, so let's go ahead and do that real
Uh,
quick.
those of you, Jake, is it okay if I'm thinking about playing a video to remind?
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
If I was thinking about playing a video, I just want it might be a little touchy, but I want to keep this in everybody's thoughts and minds. It's a big reminder for us of what we're encountering today and what we've encountered in the past, and it needs to be played. Um, it needs to be done. It might be a little touchy. It might be a little tear jerky, but it's what we do. It's our family. And there goes some more of our family that have our other six. There goes one of our fire engines over here. I don't know if y'all heard that.
I just had one go by here, too. Just had one go by here.
That's another thing. First responders, other first responders like EMS, PD, fire rescue. Make sure when you see them too, let them know, hey, appreciate
Thank
what you
you.
do. They're in need
Walk
of it right
your
now.
talk.
They're dealing with a lot of health issues, they're just dealing with a lot of things. We ain't getting too much in depth in it, but they're going through a lot. But for right now, I just want to play this video real quick. Just let you know, Jake, I'm cutting the audio. Please correspond in the chat. But I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
On January 10th at 8:26 p.m., I got the phone call that I hoped I would never get. And that was that they suspected one of my drivers was seriously injured or killed, struck by a motorist. As I approached, I realized it definitely was one of our trucks. And I knew the truck, and I immediately knew who the driver was. Tom had been with us for a little over 10 years, and he was just an awesome guy, a great employee, and a genuinely good human being. As I approached the scene, Tom's body was laying on the hood of the car that had struck and killed him. And it's an image that is forever burned into my memory. I'm a lifetime member of the museum. Early on when the museum was started, I was young and said, I'm going to be a lifetime member of the museum. And one of the benefits of being a member is the Survivor Fund. So as I pulled up the form for the Survivor Fund and I was typing the information in through my tears, I was thinking about what good it would do for Tommy's family to get the immediate influx of cash. You know, of course, as an employer, I was going to help them with whatever I could do, but this was going to be something extra. Tom's son called me and said, I received a check from the Survivor Fund. I just don't know how to say thank you or who to say thank you to. And I told them, I said, it's a group of towers across the country and people that care. And it was just a wonderful thing. And it was immediate and helped his family immensely at their time of need financially. We do things differently now. We try to be more cautious. You know, the drunk driver that killed Tom, you know, we talk about the move-over law. The move-over law won't protect from the drunk driver or the drug driver or the drowsy driver, the texting driver, those distracted drivers. So what we have to do is we have to be more responsible for ourselves on the scene. We can't trust that those people are going to do the right thing and that they're going to be responsible and see all the lights on the truck. But it still won't be a cure for the plague of tow operators getting killed. So what we have to do is work harder, work with our employees, work with law enforcement, work with fire service and EMS to work harder to protect our people on the scene of whether it's a simple roadside disablement or an accident scene to protect those of us that are out there working every day.
It's not easy watching these videos, but it reminds you, you know, what's the inevitable in our industry. Be thankful that when you get home to see your family and hug and kiss them when you get home, hug and kiss them before you leave. I mean, right now, what we're going through in this industry, what we've gone through these last years, we got to be careful. We got to watch each other's six. We got to support one another. And it's not to those that's on the fallen that has passed away. It's not just you know, the tow operators that's passed away. It's also the tow operators that's going through health issues, injuries. It's an ongoing battle. So we got to support one another and have love for one another and have each other's six. Sometimes you got to bite your tongue and swallow your pride. And if you like someone or not, you still got to support them. I mean, it's our family out here. Who else is going to have our six like our own? Like I said earlier, you know what I mean, Jake?
I do know what you mean, you know, and seeing that video and just thinking about what families go through, what my family can go through, what your family can go through, what families of people that we know have gone through. And it's horrifying to think that, that could happen to us, you know. One big thing
Yeah, it is.
we do out here, I do out here a lot. Our trucks they light up like the 4th of July. You've seen them.
Mm-hmm.
You go to my TikTok page,
Yep.
Towman360, and you'll see my write-ups and stuff. Our trucks run red, white, and amber. We light them up like crazy. The one things I try to tell my drivers is when you're on the side of the road in the middle of the night and you have an officer behind you, don't run all your lights. Bare minimal. You know, they're running their lights for a reason. If they don't have theirs on and they run hazards, you know, kick on, you know, your lower set or something. Don't turn all your lights on because it's proven that drunk drivers, distracted drivers, drug drivers, they will actually go towards the light. It is proven they will go towards the light. Just like if you're driving down the road and there's something in your passenger seat that you want to grab, right?
Yeah.
And you just lean over. Which way is your hand going? Right? You're leaning that direction. You're going that direction, and sometimes less is better. Sometimes less is way better.
Very true.
I get really upset at operators, and this is me. When you're on the side of the freeway, you have an officer, deputy, trooper, another tow truck behind you, a car behind the car, or something, and you keep your work ups and your work downs on, and you got cars coming at you at 50 miles an hour. Okay, I don't know about you, but you're blind. You're blind. Those lights will blind you. You cannot see. The traffic coming up behind you cannot see. You'd think their normal reaction would be to slow down until they can see, but we all
They
know
don't.
better than that, guy.
They
They
don't.
don't. So
You
keep
don't
your
have
head
to
on
have
the.
the brightest. Just have your essential amount of light that you need to work with.
Yeah.
Keep in mind of that. You don't want to blind the people that's approaching you, but you still want them to see you. So there's different levels of Calvin on the lights that you can get. I don't know if you've seen them, Jake. They got some new ones that they're putting on trucks and trying out, but they're variable lights. So it means you can actually adjust the brightness of them on the work lights.
Oh yeah, all our trucks have those. I can turn mine down to daylight mode. I can make it brighter during the daylight and dimmer at night. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and we're also doing a new thing here that I was going to bring up on our next one, but I'll bring it up today. Um, a solid light versus a blinking light. A solid light with every 10 seconds it just does one little like jerk of the light. Um, the state patrol has started doing it about 5 years ago now. Their
Yeah,
accidents on down 73%
great.
because it's a constant light, and then it'll blink, and then it's back to constant, then it blinks. So you can see the lights from a ways away still. I mean, a long ways away still. They're bright, but they're not flashing, so you're not getting the motions and stuff. That screws with people's eyes, especially when you're drunk, when you're seeing two or three lines and there's only one there. I mean, those drunk people, drunk drivers, just I don't even. Let's not go there. They really, really upset me. Drug drivers, texting drivers, people on their phones. People on their phones is another one. So operators, we're notorious for being on our phones all the time when we're driving. I don't want to hear them say, "Oh no, we don't. We don't do that." Okay. I don't care if you're on Bluetooth. You're on your phone still. When you're driving, we're professionals. I get it. We spend a lot of hours on the road. But when you're driving and you're in a conversation, a deep conversation, which we've all had while we've been driving, you lose track of the road, and that's proven. You're not 100% committed to the road when you're in a conversation that's in depth or really intriguing. So really, we need to cut the phone use on everybody minimum down. I mean, we all talk about the police. They're on their computers typing as they're driving or answering a call as they're driving. We do the same thing. We all do. Our dispatcher calls us. We're taking that call. We're trying to write and drive, or look at a text message and drive when they give us the call. So
Yeah.
we're all about the non-distracted driving, but we all do it. Is the problem?
Hey, I want to
Okay,
give a big
and I know.
shout out. Christopher Chambers, see that you've been in the law enforcement agency for many of years. I just want to say thank you for attending our
That's okay,
show.
buddy. Thank you.
Um, I can't thank enough for what y'all do on a daily basis when we need y'all help. When people are not acknowledging our amber lights, that y'all come and watch our six. And I just want to let you know that we got y'all six too. We do back to blue here on Tow Truck Operators USA, regardless of any. If those of you, I'm sorry if you've had some feelings about officers, but they're part of our family too because they do watch our backs. They got our six, and we will always have their six too. Um, you
TPO
gotta really
USA,
support our officers out here. You really do.
SDMO. We back you. We back the police 100% also. And that's the difference between our pages. Lynn's group, his tow truck operators, it's huge. He's got a good following and stuff. My group, we're kind of going off track a little bit, but that's okay for a few minutes.
It, it's
Um,
fine.
my group's about my group's about family. Um, you know, and friends and anybody who wants to learn about towing.
Hey, I got
You
something
don't have to
hard.
be an
Continue. I gotta grab something real quick.
you don't have to be an operator to be on my group. You don't have to be in law enforcement to be on my group. You can be anything and anybody. I want you to come on and ask questions and interact. We have some of the best people behind the scenes working with what we do that have lost loved ones to the industry, and their hearts are set on the slow down, move over to make us all safe. We work a lot of hours as tow operators, and in turn put a lot of hours doing this kind of stuff. Um, I really don't do the camera thing a lot, but it's time that we start standing up for what we believe, and slow down, move over is where it's going to be. In North America, we cover Canada also. We have a lot of brothers and sisters up north, down south, the U.S. itself. We just want to spread the word, and that's what that's what Sdmo North America is, to get people, the general public, knowledge and involved. So share it, share all this. Under the Hook, we come up with a couple weeks ago, and we're going to start doing it every Wednesday. Do a podcast and live video, get some followers, and hopefully, we can spread the word through this. I really, really want this stuff to go big. And next week, I'm going to give you all a heads up. Next week, we're going to be doing a giveaway on here. It's a pin flashlight. Sorry, let me get the cigarette out of the way, guys. It's a LED pin light. So, there we go. They're real bright. They're real nice lights. They have multiple colors. There will be one given away next week on Under the Hook. So make sure you're on here. We'll pick someone and get a flashlight to them. And Philip, my page is Sdmo North America. I have several of them. Sdmo North America as a main, and then it's Northeast, Southeast, Midwest. If Brenda's on here, can you reach out to him, Brenda, please? See, Mike Oliver, I am also a certified EMR first responder and a volunteer firefighter. I back the blue. I also back the red. You know what? We also back them 100%. They got our backs on the freeway when there's an accident. We do the same thing. They are pretty nice, Chris. I swear by mine. VIN number checks. They're really, really bright. They're really, really awesome. And I think we're about ready to do a prayer and close out of this, guys. I just got called in to haul some water tenders for a fire going in Wasco County. Major wildfire going on. So we'll be leaving here shortly. Lynn, do you want to do a closing prayer for us?
Certainly. I just wanted to check out this mirror.
You know what? That's an awesome looking mirror right there, buddy.
I know. It's a mirror of what
right
we
there,
stand for.
When we talk about it, back in our own, back in the blue, back in the red, back in the green, it makes your heart feel good.
It really does.
All you got to do is go up to an officer. Brenda did a challenge for us, and not a lot of people did it. Take them a dozen cookies or donuts or cakes or something. Well, don't say donuts. Sorry, my bad.
You're wrong for that, dude. You're just wrong. Leave Krispy Kreme out of this topic. I'm just saying, sorry, officer. You're going to laugh with this. I know you will.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
With all love in the world. Just don't forget the feelings.
Go buy them some cookies, show appreciation, or just say, hey, thank you. Thank you through this hard time you're doing. Guys, I live near Portland, Oregon. It's 5 minutes from my house. And I tell you what, it ain't no joke here, man. It's a war zone, okay? And it's scary. You could ask all our admins and mods on our pages. It's scary every day. If my guys don't hear me, my immediate family don't hear from me for a day, they freak out.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong, Lynn?
No, not
Okay,
at
it's
all.
real here, guys.
I
And
tried to do a welfare check. I was tempted to call SWAT, just find an episode, a reason to send them over there. Just go ahead and do a break and entry into that door. Just knock the whole damn thing
thanks,
down.
thanks, appreciate it. They had to see probably my bare ass taking a shower or something. But
Hey, boy,
anyway,
can you imagine that raid?
oh, that would be. Anyway, so Lynn's gonna close with the prayer tonight, guys, and we upgrade to the bagels, is what Christopher said. Yeah, I have, that's if they're still around. They still have a hole in them. They look like
Hey,
a
keep the
donut, but they're
cream
not.
cheese, buddy. Keep the cream cheese going
We
on there.
Yeah, we got you, buddy. We know the bagel thing. That's you just had to get away from the maple bars and the jelly filled donuts. A little bit more healthy for you.
But hey,
Okay,
for
so
the
let's
closing
get.
prayer, I just wanted to first and foremost say I do gracefully appreciate everyone that comes on this show. I appreciate for y'all taking y'all time to listen to us jabber and try to educate and do what we're trying to do. We're learning along as we progress, and we thank you for dealing with us. It's been a pleasure to do what we do for our industry and supporting the blue, supporting our fire department and EMS and dispatchers. Everybody that's first responders, we support with all the love in the world. We really do. So I just wanted to tell y'all thank you for everything y'all do. Keep at it. If you need us, we're always here. We're open ears. For those tow operators too, if y'all are backbone, let us know if you need anything at all. We're always here for you. Uh, that's why we're working very hard to find ways, new alternatives to get out there and spread the word, get it global, and we're doing it by the grace of God. It is giving us the tools and the knowledge to make it happen, and it is happening.
And if anybody out there has any ideas to better us, to make we're trying to do this fun wise. We're not trying to do it like a classroom or anything like that
No,
because we're real people. We know you're real people out there too. So we're trying
exactly.
to do it as a family affair here. But any ideas you guys come up with would be greatly appreciated. Shoot us, messages. Um, I just think that this is going to be a great thing. It's going to go a long ways.
It
And
will.
remember to listen to us on iTunes and stuff when you're in your truck driving. Uh, Under the hook in there, under TTO USA podcast, I believe is what the.
It's Tow Truck Operators USA podcast. If you go, just give y'all information about it. If you're interested in being part of our podcast, you're more than welcome to look us up on your iPhone. All Apple devices, if you go onto the podcast section, you type in Tow Truck Operators USA, you'll be able to find us. I'll show you what it looks like just real brief. It's exactly what it looks like. You'll see us on there. This is our Apple account we finally got approved for. We're still in the progress of all the other networks, which as you see right here, you'll see Tow Truck Operators USA, and you'll see our different podcasts. You can download them, like them, share them, and everything else. Also, we're going to be on iHeartRadio. We'll also be on, what is the other one? It's Spotify,
Pandora.
Pandora Radio. We're at Amazon. We're getting on board with Amazon. So our podcast is going global and everywhere it can possibly go. Make sure to check us out there. You can also go to ttousa.podbean.com. Again, it's ttousa.podbean.com. And you'll be able to go to
Okay.
there and see some of our videos and also check out our podcast there as well.
And Christopher Chambers, you're exactly right. We do need guest people to come on video live with us. So I'm going to reach out to you, and possibly next week we'll have you on, and possibly Trooper Gates also. It depends on his schedule. I'd love to have 2 law enforcement people on. I think it'd be a great thing.
We do want
Uh,
officers armed with us,
yeah,
110%.
police, fire, medical, anybody we can. It's just an app on your phone, so anybody can go live, or app on your computer. Um, I think that'd be a great thing, and we're going to look into that. And I'll reach out to you probably tomorrow, or one of us will reach out to you within the next 24 hours.
I'll be sending you links and everything, Christopher, here in just a bit. And you'll see me. For those of you, I've been responding here under Tow Truck Operators USA. But those that don't know me, my name is Lynn Teeter. You will see me on there as Lynn Teeter. That's me. So if I reach out to you, just know that's me that's reaching out to you on there.
And I do want to give a special thanks also to the people behind the scenes working their butts off, not just their full-time jobs, but also helping us do all this and get everything together. Lynn's wife, we're putting up with him while he's doing this all the time.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Um,
boy, she wants to kill me sometimes.
so we know, and everybody in our extended family that's out here listening and watching and has been, thank you for the support for this. We really want to see this take off and go places. And on that, Lynn's going to end us with a prayer.
All right. For those of you that's watching this, I'd just like for y'all to please just take a nice deep breath. Close your eyes and take a. Close your eyes and take a. Take your thoughts, clear them. Lord, I just wanted to pray that you sit there and watch our first responders, watch over them and their family, and watch over us tow operators as we conduct our business on the side of the highway, trying to help people and try to get out there and spread this word. Lord, I pray that you help us through these troubled times that we have encountered in our life, and this year was more so than we ever have in our lives. Lord, I pray that you help those tow operators right now that has been injured, and for the families that's dealing with, the loss of a brother and sisters that are out there. Lord, I thank you for everything that you do and giving us chances in this life to become what we are today. Lord, would you just please do one thing, just keep us in your heart, and, we're keeping you in our hearts, and we're going to make through this. We're going to make through this all the way. We're going to do this, Lord. I thank you for everything that you do for us and for the food that's on our tables and the hugs and kisses to our families we get to have every day. To know that we do not take them for granted, Lord. In Lord's name, I pray. Amen. Thank you, everyone. This concludes our episode. And I want to thank everyone again for being a part of our show. Be safe out there. Give your children, give your loved ones kisses and hugs. They never can have enough. Until then, we will see you soon.
See you next
And
week.
know we always got your six. Be safe out there. Take care.